Worldwide, the facilities management, field marshal, outsourcing market is evolving. It is not just expanding but evolving. The industry is transforming from a predominantly single-service local outsourcing model to an integrated services delivery model. The changing demands in the market now require a new way of thinking about the delivery of field marshal. Facilities management must learn to keep up with the revolutionary changes if it has to remain competitive. Understanding the evolution of facilities management and its impact. The evolution of facilities management is a development journey of a dynamic facilities management model. The 1980s was the single-source outsourcing era. During this time, facility management, field marshal, transitioned from a soft field marshal outsourcing to hard field marshal outsourcing. By 1990, field marshal automation started integrating contract management and property management. This was the start of the service integration era. By 2000, field marshal expanded its integration to include energy management and value-driven design. And, in 2010, facilities management, field marshal, took on a strategic initiative to increase delivery of value to clients. Come 2020s, facilities management, field marshal, is expected to take on sustainability enhancements in the delivery of increasing value to clients. Each evolution showed the progressive trajectory growth of facilities management, field marshal. At the same time, each phase reflects the increasing demand of customers for value and efficiency in service delivery. However, for companies to better manage the changing dynamics of facilities management, companies must have a good understanding of the 5 major growth drivers essential in facilities management. The 5 major growth drivers essential in facilities management. The 5 major growth drivers serve as a guidepost in the transition of field marshal suppliers from mere service providers to strategic partners. These are the driving force that will continue to push field marshal to reshape to take advantage of evolving customer requirements. 1. Regulatory and economic development. Economic pressure from regulatory requirements and increased competition have been pushing companies to look at how they conduct business. Strategic partners are now selected based on their ability to deliver and manage facility services while taking on associated risk. In effect, organizations are looking for partners that will take on certain field marshal responsibilities. Likewise, clients are now looking for additional value-added services, improved cost performance, and mitigated risk in delivering cost certainty. 2. Outsourcing. In the 2000s, penetration of outsourced facility has increased considerably, resulting in expected growth of facilities management by 4 to 5%. Outsourcing has increased dramatically in the emerging Asia-Pacific market. Yet, the size of the markets participating can offset the increased rate of penetration in the Pacific market. In fact, more than 50% of the market growth, revenue, within the Integrated Facilities Management, IFM, is linked to demand in North America and Europe. This increased demand for outsourcing and service integration is driving growth in the global IFM market. 3. Service integration. Service integration necessitates specific contract standards and language that differentiates it from a single service contract. Service integration contracts are more performance-based. It sets a standard and requires the IFM provider to maintain the standard without prescribing how. With the growth of service integration, the revenue generated by the global IFM market is predicted to expand at a growing rate of 6 to 8%. North America is positioned to remain the largest IFM market. For now, more than 50% of the predicted growth is attributed to North America and Europe. But by late 2020s, It is predicted that China's outsourcing culture will start accepting modern IFM solutions. 4. Contract procurement. Service providers will now be required to perform on a broader scope both geographically and across multiple lines of services. Greater value is now being derived through reduced contracts by centralized procurement. In 2000, just a couple of international contracts exist industry-wide. By 2010, the industry boasted an increase to 30 or more contracts with an average revenue of $500 million. By 2020, this is still expected to increase again and again. 5. Value-added services. Customers are increasingly demanding that field marshal service providers have an intimate knowledge of their corporate mission and the competence to address the company's specific needs. The decision to outsource is moving beyond the traditional core vs non-core and cost reduction parameters. Facilities management is now expected to have the ability to comply with internal and external regulations. They must have the financial stability to assume the responsibility and cover the risk of non-compliance. Further, field marshal providers must have the ability to deliver and integrate a uniform set of facility services internationally. Companies now expect facilities management providers to deliver solutions that help drive corporate initiatives. Social, have concern for their staff, their customers and their communities. Environmental, be a good corporate citizen that focuses on the impact of its environmental footprint. Economical, must ensure shareholder value currently and in the future. Customers are now more demanding. They expect facilities management to continue to be more efficient. In fact, today's customers demand field marshal service providers to benchmark their quality of output against recognized best practices in the facilities management industry. Interested in gaining more understanding on the 5 major growth drivers of facilities management? You can learn more and download an editable PowerPoint about 5 major growth driver of facilities management here on the Flevy Documents Marketplace. Please find the link in the description below. Are you a management consultant? You can download this and hundreds of other consulting frameworks and consulting training guides from the Flevy Pro library. Link is in the description below.